What's going on, guys? How's it going? It's Friday, finishing up the week, and I am green today, which is great. Man, today it took a while for me to get into a place where I felt, better about the day. I took several just small, I don't know, just teasers, small red ones, small green ones, and I don't know, it's weird. I feel like this has been true for the last couple of days. Actually, yesterday, I went red kind of right off the bat, so at least today, kind of in the morning period, I was able to not be losing money, but I just wasn't happy with the trades I was taking. There was a lot of choppiness, which, that's no surprise just given the context of the last week or so. But I had a good time trading with those that joined in the Discord this morning. That was fun, and we just talk about what we're seeing and what we're trading, and it's a lot of fun. So that was great, and but most of my profits today came in the afternoon. So as we'll see. So again, I'll try to go chronologically and try to be quick on this, and yeah, it's good that I'm finishing the week green. This is a 460. I have for whatever reason these contracts which I sold shows down 14. So whatever. All right. So the first stock I traded today, pretty sure it was AMC. I mean, AMC I traded really all day. As you can see, I'm coming away with 157 on it, which is is good. I traded it obviously yesterday. It had this big kind of move yesterday, and so coming into today, it was obviously going to be on watch, and it had this nice move pre-market and was gapping up again, so it did look exciting. It dipped off the open. I tried to buy here in front of this potential double bottom here, but as it came down and made a new low, I stopped out of it at 13.18. So again, just really you'll notice a lot of very small but quick and just kind of, how would I describe it? Little scratches, basically. Here I got long 500 shares at 13.11. I was trying to kind of get I thought it was going to come up through VWAP. It did eventually get there. It just needed a bigger pullback, and it luckily double bottomed here. And here's where it started to come up, and it came up through VWAP. I was patient on this. I took some profit. I thought it was going to keep going. But then here as it crashed down through VWAP again, it was looking weak. I stopped out at 13.19 right here, which, obviously you can see it kept ripping. So only 200 shares there. And so with this trade, I think I flipped green on the stock, maybe just a little bit. But again, these are, not massive sizes, and all things considered, pretty break even at that point. It had this nice move up here, up to 14 and through $14, which was kind of that peak high of yesterday. So the thinking was that it could, potentially continue. It was consolidating at this level, but you see these wicks come up. It's trying to move higher, but just can't do it. It gets slammed back down, and so eventually it does break down. As it comes into VWAP, which typically can act as support, I tried buying it several times, but ultimately I stopped out as this candle came down, and I think I flipped red on it with this trade here, but I can't be certain. I don't really remember what my P&L was, but not great. I know that. So anyway, I got stopped out. It popped straight back up. I'm like, all right, whatever. But then it breaks back down. I buy a dip here at 45, first green candle here on this dip, and then I sell out right here at 49. Thank God, before it keeps crumbling down. And so for the rest of the day, it really was moving lower. I still think potentially on Monday, this is definitely still in play. If you kind of zoom out, you can see there's still going to be a chance for this on Monday to continue its squeeze. So it's not really over yet. But as for the afternoon period, it just kept crumbling down. Here I tried to buy it, and it just came right down through me, so I just got out because it was like, a lot of these trades I take where it's like You get in, you want it to instantly go, and if it doesn't, you're just going to stop out. So that's what I did. Here I had a just superb entry. It's not a word I use very often, but here at 87, really sweet, 500 shares. And as this came up, this is what really I was looking great on this trade, and I was very patient to take profits on it. As it had this kind of V-shaped move, I was like, this looks nice, it looks bullish. So I took some profits here, but I was really looking for much higher. I was really looking for it to kind of make a more solid rebound, but we didn't get that. It came all the way back down, and I didn't take my 300 shares out. Comes all the way down here to a new low. But again, I'm patient on it. I have a lot of experience like being patient, waiting for those dips. I mean, you can see my entries on here are fantastic. I'm getting the low candle on both of these ads here. So here I added 500 back in. So now I've got 800 shares. So 500 minus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8. So I've got 800 shares. Oops. As I'm adding here, my ad here was not perfect, but it was on this candle that hit the low. But it was at 74, so it was kind of up here. But it came down into 61, so I definitely could have gotten a lot better. But then as it kind of popped up, and then, nice little kind of, I don't even know what you call this, it's kind of a double bottom, I suppose. And then it takes off, rips higher, and now as we're gaining momentum and the volume's coming in and they're squeezing higher, and these candles, they rip. And so I'm trying to, acknowledge that and understand that I should take profits slowly. So again, I'm taking profits slowly, but I'm not able to get out of the entire position. Here it pops up, and then this candle came down so fast, there was really no chance for me to stop out anywhere reasonable on it. So on my last 300 shares, I waited for the support to come in. It popped back up. It hit 74, which was my break even, so I got out. Now, it did continue a bit higher to, back to 13 bucks. So I could have gotten better on these 300 shares for sure, but I saw 157 break even, let's get out, and it's clearly moving lower. So it's difficult to make money on these longs when a stock is moving down. Yeah, it's like it's tough. You buy and then you sell, and you buy and you sell. But when a stock's moving down, it's very tough. And I mean, on a candle like this is no downtrend. This is just literally in 1 minute, it takes us from this kind of plateau consolidation, and then 1 minute later, we're back down to the low. It's like, wow, okay. Very difficult to kind of, get out. It's very difficult to manage a position through kind of a 1 minute candle that just drops down so quick. So anyway, that was AMC. So I'm coming away green on it, mostly due to my position. These two trades here were good. They could have been better though. But whatever. So all right, other than that, I had a couple trades on plug, a couple early on where I tried it. I tried it here. I mean, look how choppy this action is. I mean, this is what we're talking about here. It's just very difficult trading. Look at this. It's just yuck, terrible. So this one I actually got out with 10 cents, so 30 bucks there. Here I went long we broke through. I thought we were going to break through VWAP here, and we did, and kind of making a higher low here, so I liked that. And then the target was kind of this high here at 25.40, this level. So this one worked out, but just once again, my last 100 shares on it, I kind of got out for break even and didn't get the most as I could have out of it. So it wasn't as big a trade as I wanted it to be. I wanted it to keep going, through 25.40 ideally, but we didn't. Again, we just didn't quite get that. But then here in the afternoon, kind of lunchtime, I took a short trade on it as it was coming down here. And on this candle right here, I went short as it broke the low. I went short at 24.22. It popped right back up. So as it popped back up, I'm now behind on the trade, but I was patient on it. All of this is just kind of choppy consolidation, moving sideways. So I'm like, okay, let's be patient on it. Tried to move up here, and then it eventually came back down. Came down to this level here, again, kind of the low of this candle. So now I'm in the money, pops up, comes down, and that kind of confirms to me that the downtrend is continuing. And I didn't take profit on it anywhere in here until here was my first take profit on it, which is kind of crazy because that was also, I think, one of my better take profits on it. partial fill, 97 shares. And then my last exit was 200 up here as it broke. It was breaking $24, so I got out. But you can see it did move slightly lower, but then continue higher in the afternoon as the Nasdaq and the market, started to push. But the reason I was so patient taking profit on this was because I was looking at the daily chart. And what the daily chart was telling me was that the gap fill was going to be the high of this candle at 23.73. I thought was a good spot, and then the high of this candle is 23.61. So you can see the low here was 23.65, so close enough. So that pretty much filled the gap right here. But as we were coming down into the 70s, I was like, okay, this is kind of the spot now. So I was patient until we got to that spot, but when we did, that's where I started sucking the profit out of the trade. And then you can see it did bounce off that spot in the afternoon and move higher. So, but that trade was good, and plug for that reason is what I'm most green on today. And then Neo, I had a couple trades on it. This one was frustrating. I had an $80 trade right here. I don't like to buy breakouts because breakouts, if you buy breakouts, it's like, okay, do you buy in front of support or do you buy breakouts? It's different type of trading. I like to kind of buy more into support and get that better entry versus breakout trading, where the advantage is that you have more directional confidence. The stock is moving in your favor right now, so you're jumping into it, right? But for that information, you're sacrificing your entry, so you're getting a worse entry. So you can see here, my entry is 32.39. So that's, at the time when I took that trade, it was at its highest point of the day. So if it comes back down, I could take a bigger hit on it. But the pro was that it was moving higher, and it was moving higher quickly. I had directional confidence that it was going to go up. So I bought 500 shares, and then, I bought 400 shares, and then by accident, I think I bought 100 more shares by accident. I meant to sell 100 shares. So anyway, it was kind of I don't know what happened. But anyway, it ripped up, and I took all my profit immediately as it went, 15, 20 cents higher. So it was about an $80 trade right there. You can see I should have held on to it. I mean, look, it just moved straight up, and it was super strong compared to other stocks as well. And I mean, look at how vertical this is. I just sold right out, and yeah, for sure that was a mistake. So, and then in here, this is all just, I was looking for the pullback, and then I was looking for it to make a new high here. I tried, took some profit. I added here, was taking profit up here as I kind of averaged down, and then was soaking more out of it. Then it came down here. I added here, and then I still had shares on, so I tried averaging down and get it to come up a little bit again, but that didn't happen. It broke down to a new low, and I stopped out of everything. It came down lower, and then here, as it kind of double bottomed here, I tried it again. Okay, maybe now it'll come back up and make that new high. Kind of came up, taking some profits, but then again, in this consolidation, as it breaks down, I scrapped out of the trade and got out. So those were, all said and done, these trades in here gave me like $18 because I know this was like an $80 trade here. So these, I made $15 on it or something. I don't know. So not really worthwhile. Okay. My last trade was Tesla that I'll go over. It's up to 594 in after hours, but this is actually my first trade of the day. Actually, I should have done this one first. I don't really know why I'm going over this one last. I try to go chronologically, but this was actually my last trade. So as this one came up, this candle was showing red. There was a long wick on this candle, so I jumped in 25 shares, set my stop at the low 579, and got out when it came through the low. Simple as that. It goes or it doesn't, and I'm out of the trade. 25 shares. So, but even with 25 shares, that's a $50 hit. So, with Tesla, it just moves quickly. You got to be careful on it. But it had this great move here. I saw it here coming up at 1025. This candle was small at the time. I wanted to buy it, but these candles, they move quickly. And so as it started to pop up more and more, I was like, all right, I missed it. I'm not going to chase it. So I didn't. Anyway. Um, you didn't want to jinx it. Jinx what? You try to peace out in 25% at certain levels. No, there's no percentage that I really go by. I just take profits along the way and whatever I feel like, and it depends. It totally depends. The way I take profit is different like every time. I don't really go by percentages or anything strict like that. I just do what I think. But anyway, all right. So yeah, that's it. So up 460 today and was green yesterday, just a little bit. So better green day today with $460. So again, trying to eat away at the drawdown that I gave myself earlier this week with those 3 red days in a row, and one of them was pretty bad. So I'm glad that I'm finishing the week kind of green on these last 2 days, and I'll be back next week. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good week of trading, and I hope you guys are staying green. And yeah, I'll be back on Monday. Up $100, traded conservative and light. First green day since last Thursday. Jeez, yeah. Well, good. That's great. $100. Good. Well done. It's anyone who's not losing money in this market right now is doing a good job in my opinion. So, but yeah. All right. That's all I have for you guys. I'll be back next week. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. That means a lot to me. And subscribe if you are new. I do these recaps every single day, when the market's open, so not on the weekends, obviously. But I do them 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Discord server link is in the description. You can go there and we can chat, and it's a lot of fun. We're in there in the mornings talking through the trades and stuff, and I don't post the alerts, or I don't do anything of that. You got to make up your own mind. You got to trade your own strategy, and I just try to make these recaps and show people kind of a little bit about my strategy, so it might help you in your trading as well. So, okay, that's it. That's all I got. And enjoy the weekend. Gosh, I know I will. And yeah, all right, bye-bye.